Canup, and I've been doing Faceless YouTube channels for the past 7 years, and lately it's been really blowing up. It's been around for a while now. Obviously, like I said, I've been doing Faceless YouTube channels for 7 years, but it's been blowing up on social media. I mean, I just put up a post the other day that got like 1.3 million views on just like this first post in the thread, and it's just getting insane amounts of attention right now. So I wanted to address some of the kind of controversy that's around it with, a lot of people are saying, it's like, oh, it's too good to be true to be able to run a channel and have other people make the videos for you and have passive income. Is it even possible? Does YouTube even pay that much when it comes to running YouTube channels? And then the other thing is, do I actually get results with Faces YouTube channels? And how does it actually work if this is so legitimate and all of that? And so the first thing with the controversy with it is, can you just actually build like videos where you have a full, like have other people make the videos and not have to work that hard? And I will say, yes, it can be at the point where you as the owner of the channel can not put in, the insane amount of hours it typically takes to create content. Now, what you are doing and what you have to do in order to get to that phase is being a person of leverage and being in a leverage state. As Naval Ravikant talks about, there's 4 different types of leverage. There is capital leverage, which is one of the lowest forms of leverage. You need lots of money for it to be used as leverage. Then there is labor leverage, and then there's code leverage, and then there's media leverage. And so the beauty of a Faceless YouTube channel is you're leveraging media leverage, and then you're also leveraging labor leverage if you guys are doing it right in the process that I typically teach. And so what it requires of you is to learn 2 skill sets. That's it. And that's why it is such a beautiful business model. And that is why it can become, it is such a leverage state, and why you don't have to work that many hours. But you have to be really good at these 2 skill sets and develop the skill sets. And that's the beauty of it. So the first skill set that you have to develop is ideation and knowing content strategy and knowing what videos the marketplace wants to see and needs to see right now, and what the marketplace wants to watch. And so what that looks like is just, well, honestly, just doing research, which we have like a full-on process inside of Faceless Channel Academy, where we have a whole spreadsheet. People will go ahead and go pick, 3 niches, do research on 3 different niches, and find the best channels that are having success, and kind of making a decision on the niche from that sheet. And then what you do is, typically, now that you have a niche that you've selected based off of seeing what's working out there, then you want to go deep. Now you want to find 20, 30, 40, 50 channels inside of the niche, even if they're not. Like if you're doing basketball, you don't want just basketball channels. You want baseball channels. You want football channels. You want soccer channels. You want all the kind of the channels. Like you want obviously the basketball channels that are winning, but you want all the channels as well that are having success out there. Then what you are doing is, now that you've found all these successful channels, you want to figure out what are the videos that are going viral right now, and how can we respin that? How can we rehash something that's working right now? Just as like on TikTok, there'll be viral trends, or on Twitter, there'll be viral trends, and you see people, as soon as one goes viral, you'll see everybody making that same piece of content, and everybody's going viral now that there's like a new format that's out. And you're doing the same exact thing on YouTube. So you're finding formats that are going viral and remaking them. So that is the ideation strategy. We're in less about making the videos right now, but that's what's required. You need to know what's being made in the marketplace. And then the second thing that you need to be really good at, which is management and leadership and finding the right people. If you find good people, aka if you have labor leverage, if you have people that are, like AI as they start, maybe they're decent and they're good, their batteries included, and then they're becoming great over time. That is how it works. Like a lot of my success of making millions of dollars a year right now is not because I'm just working more hours than you are. It's because I have more talented people. It's because I have people that are constantly growing, working for me, that are constantly improving the systems. My business is slowly, day by day, getting better and better and better over time, because I have people working the systems and developing the business. And it's a very, kind of slow growing process over time. But as time goes on, my business gets better. We get better results. We get more incredible results. And then it's easier to market. And, all we have to do is then have the skill set of, strategy, ideation and stuff. And we're able to make insanely more money. And so what you want to do is you want to find people that have either worked for other channels in your niche. A lot of times competitors have scriptwriters, voice actors, video editors that are making 1, 2, 3 scripts a week, but they can do more and they want to do more. They want to get paid more. So there's that aspect. The other thing is, there's a lot of times where there's scriptwriters out there and they're just looking for a good opportunity, and they're kind of, or video editors where they're looking for an opportunity and they'll edit for anything and they're pretty good. And then there's also the other thing of, there's people that are already writing about basketball on Reddit or something like that, and they would love to get paid for that, like getting paid for something that they're already doing for fun. So there's already these people out there, and you just have to get good at finding the people and bringing them to the opportunity, aka knowing what videos need to be made and producing those videos. Now, again, you're like, how does passive income come into all of this? If you get good at those two things, you don't have to work that much. Like, obviously, to develop those skill sets takes work, and you have to become somebody who's skilled and has those skill sets, which there is a formula, there's a process, and we develop process, and we give it to people all the time, and they print money all the time. But now, with that being said, is you have to put in the work to become that person. Then, once you're that person that has the ability of ideation, and then you have the ability of knowing whether or not you're making good videos, and you have the right team on your team, the amount of work you have to put in is very minimal. I've had YouTube channels where I work less than an hour a month and they make 30, 40, 50, $60,000 a month because I have the right people and the right systems and the right processes there, and then I can kind of focus on other areas of my life. That's why you see me posting on social media so much right now. It's because I have time now. And even when I'm posting on social media, I'm very leveraged as well. I have full-on systems and processes and businesses that are ran behind the scenes with my social media. So it's like all I have to do is kind of just be on camera, come up with ideas, and then produce the things. And then I just have to make sure I have the right people on my team that are building the systems and the right processes. Or a lot of times I'll even buy other people's processes or systems or hire them to build their systems and give it to me. That's it. That really is it. It's like I'm not working more hours than you guys. I'm probably working less hours than most of you. And I'm just insanely leveraged. And so that's where this thing of passive income, it's like, not fully passive, but it's pretty low effort that has to go into keeping the thing going once it's going. Now, obviously, you have to put in the work to start something up, but once it's going, the amount of work you have to do is just more so maintenance than it is doing anything revolutionary. And a lot of it's just like how good of people that you can hire to manage the system, and just kind of being in charge of making sure you have the right people on the team. And from there, that's pretty much it. And eventually you can hire managers that you can pay 10-20% of the revenue that you're making. Like I just posted a job post the other day where I'm hiring channel managers. You can hire people that are pretty skilled to be able to do a lot of this stuff and run the system once you have the system and process built out and the idea of what the channel should look like and being in the best opportunity and the best vehicle. The question is why doesn't a manager go build their own channel? I've had that. I've had managers work for me and they would go make $50,000 a month on their own after they worked for me. And obviously they're not working for me still now. But other people, they don't really want to go do that. They want to kind of just, they want to be a part of something. They want to be a part of my vision. They want to be working with me. And that just requires you becoming a better leader over time and giving people a reason to stick with you, giving them more channels to work on, helping them develop their career and their processes and kind of leading them and stuff like that. So, again, this can become pretty passive. It's just, you have to set it up and get it going. And so now the next thing is like, how much do videos pay? So what I will tell you is make long format videos that are either like explainer, documentary style storytelling, or like kind of more news related content where there's a bit more of a production involved, because whenever you're doing just compilations or music videos or anything like that, you're not going to make money with that stuff. Or you're going to have some sort of issues with copyright, versus if you kind of use like short clips of stuff, or you use more images or, resources you find online to paint a picture and tell the story of what you're telling, or use examples of what you're talking about, that's fine. But if you're using just someone else's video, like a football game last week, and you're just downloading it and re-uploading it, that's obviously blatant stealing. That's, it's not your content. And the NFL can do that. They'll do that, and they own the rights to that content. But if you're using it, be like, oh, Patrick Mahomes did this last week, and you're showing a quick clip of him doing like some sort of pass or something, that makes sense. Or you're just using it supplementary to talking about his lifestyle or whatever it may be. And so it is something that you can definitely build up over time. And it's just really just skill sets that you're learning. Again, it's ideation and content strategy. And then the other thing is channel management. And then the other thing I was doing is I was just pulling up the results of one of my channels. I'll just show one of them. I'm not going to pull up all the different ones just for the ease of recording this video. But you can see, obviously I have the plaques behind me, but you can see there's this one channel. Let's see, without showing too much here, but did over $700,000 with this one channel right here. So, yeah, we'll just show, here's last year what this channel made. So you can see right there, last year, $262,000. So this is something that is legitimate that you can do. Again, it's pretty controversial right now because it's getting like a lot of attention and most people don't really understand it. But I just wanted to kind of explain stuff. I've been doing this for, I've been doing YouTube since 2018, January 1st, 2018. My very first video, I was awkward as fuck. I was in my parents' basement recording my first ever YouTube video. I was not faceless at the time. I was just doing this kind of more so I was doing real estate at the time. I was teaching people how to do real estate. and here, I'll even pull it up for you guys. And then I've just done like a lot of videos over the span of a year. I got to where I was making like 2 to 3 grand a month, and then I discovered Faceless YouTube Channels, and then in just the span of like a week or two, I started making like 2 grand a day, and then I made $42,000 in a single month. And I totally looked up the wrong word to pull up this video for you to show you guys. Okay, cool. So I found my old YouTube channel. I changed the name. It used to be called Devin Canup. I don't do real estate wholesaling anymore, but I just still want it up for the memories. But you can see this first video I ever recorded, how to make a full-time income working part-time hours in 2019. I was awkward in my parents' basement again, recording this video. And so that kind of turned into me doing finding Faceless YouTube Channels about a year later. And then lately, the past year or so, a couple years, I've been really kind of coming out and just trying to share this business with everybody for a couple of reasons too. Why am I sharing this? You guys would be like, oh, why don't you just keep all this to yourself? First of all, the creator economy is worth about $500 million right now. There's just, or not $500 million, $500 billion right now. There's just so much opportunity out there. The other thing is I really want to build my personal brand, and I want to be able to sell shit in the future, and I want you guys to be able to buy my stuff in the future. But then also on top of it, it's like I want to help 10,000 other people make their first dollar online, to start having their first success with YouTube, and I want to help 100 people become a millionaire. And so it's just something that I like doing. I like having people become successful. Like I've had so many case studies now of so many people that have had awesome success, which you can just go onto my website. Let's see, this is super spontaneous. I was not planning on this, but let's see if I can pull up the right website. Let's see if I can pull it up. Okay, cool. So if you go into like our website here, facelesschannelacademy.com, this needs to be updated. We have like way more reviews. But you can see, if you scroll down to the bottom, if it loads, there it goes. Okay, cool. Just all these different people that we've worked with to help crush and get results with. There you go. Now it's all loading all the pictures and stuff. So all those people that we've worked with on the to build channels. And then the other thing you can also go and see is just like the incredible results that we've gotten and the reviews we've gotten on like Trustpilot, and all the people that just love working with us. And so definitely have some of the most crazy results out there. And what I will tell you is it just really is that simple. Most people just overcomplicate the shit out of this stuff, and they make it so difficult and complicated. What it really is just getting really good at ideation, which I've done this for like a long time, almost 7 years of doing YouTube, like, you know, doing this for a long time. And then the other aspect of it is just then just getting really good at finding the right people, which honestly, I'm even on Upwork right now, finding some people on my other computer here. And there's just, that's where the talent's at. On Upwork, on Fiverr, on Reddit, on Twitter, there's a lot of incredible people for not that much. You can pay people literally for like $30 for a pretty decent script. So that's the process. That's what I got. My name's Devin Canup. I made, you know, whatever, $4 million by the age of 26. And I want to help more people just like you get rich and live their dream life and live freedom. So that's what I got. Follow and like for more.